And we're live.
Here we
Here
are.
we are. Welcome to
are.
Gilted Into It, Mr. Walker.
This is the first time I'm on this show.
I know.
I
So
know.
cheers to that.
Cheers, yeah. Week after
Yes.
week, I sat over there
I
at John's
know.
show going, how come I'm not on that show?
You
I
have an
know.
open invitation anytime.
Always.
It's so sweet.
Always.
Anytime.
You don't kick her over the table.
can't
I
talk.
did. So, welcome
Yes.
to the show.
Yes.
The show, Gilted Into It, is brought to you by Marconi's. Oh, sorry, Bob. That's all right.
That's all right.
Marconi's.
Marconi's Pizza and Pasta. There it is.
All right. Now I know what was going on there. I'm like, why are they delaying this? That's so fun.
It's on.
Where are they located?
They are located on the corner of Fifth Avenue and Howells Road in Bayshore.
It's very good
Nice,
food.
yeah.
And it's very good food, very nice atmosphere. Nunzio, the owner, is a very lovely man. And
Yes.
so
And they do have a vocalist on the weekends.
they do.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
very low key, nice music.
Restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a restaurant pizza place, but the restaurant area is a little fancier than your average pizza
Oh,
place.
I'm going to try it.
White
So-
Marconi's.
tablecloths, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I like his logo, whoever
Tell
did
him
that.
you were guilted into it, and you'll get 10% off.
I will tell him.
There you go.
I'm going to say ask for Nunzio.
Please do, because I don't know how many people have gone since we've been.
Well,
since he's
they
been
have to
sponsoring
mention
us.
Guilted
I
Into
think
It,
we
yes.
scared them away.
I really would love somebody to go there. So, Mr. Walker, yes, you do. You sat across there. You come in every week with that cute little smile on your face.
But I
So-
do remember he did do the Brace Yourself show.
Yes, I wanted to kill the both
Yes.
of you during that show.
We did Brace Yourself, and Judy and I,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we would
Brad
pass
Upton.
notes to each other at making fun of whoever the poor guest
Who was that
it was
again?
it was a comedian.
Don't say his name, but
was
there
a
was a
comedian,
comedian on
but-
that was, to
yeah.
me, very droll.
He had
And
no sense of humor.
no sense of humor. Like, he wasn't
comedian.
smiling at anything. And
No.
I'm like, wow, like, this guy is like a block of wood.
And they're
things like that.
giggling like idiots, and I'm just staring at the guy, just trying to maintain
he was
eye
funny.
contact.
Yeah.
He was very funny.
He was funny.
We were
He's
having
always
fun.
funny.
We always had fun doing that.
We did.
Yeah.
You did it a few times with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I missed that show.
Yeah, maybe we should.
It was
do that
good.
again.
Yeah.
Right? I used to have it on my phone, but it got all mucky after a while. You know,
Yeah, I know. I used to have it on my Yeti, and then it just wore off. And I was
So
like,
here's what
whatever.
happened. Go ahead. Yes.
No.
I was on the way taking my daughter up to college in Newport, and I listened
Oh.
to either 70s on Sirius Radio or Broadway. And what comes on?
Love it. Oh,
Who cares what you're wearing on Main Street or Savile
he sings
Row?
very
He
well.
does.
And but I heard your part. Now, was that actually you?
Yeah.
It was.
Well, it depends.
Well, was it the movie?
the movie.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
the movie version with Marshall.
Peter Marshall.
Peter Marshall.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Rip
He
Peter
also
Marshall.
had no sense of humor.
He didn't.
No.
Yeah. Why?
We invited him to a pool party. He showed up. Nobody else showed up either.
He was a poor. I think. Is he alive?
He's
No.
dead.
No.
a
You
poor choice for that part because if you're the radio personality, you had. I think you have to be very hammy.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what
like
the-
the old.
Yeah.
But he was very solemn. You
Yes,
know,
he
almost like
played
reading
it-
lines.
Well, he
Would you
played
agree
it,
with
played
that?
it like his a game show host. That
Like
he was.
Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, you know.
Now, when you do these expos,
Yes.
You call it?
Conventions.
do you have like on the TV running through a loop, like behind you?
No. We have big posters. each
Right,
of
I
us.
saw the
Right.
posters. I saw that. But you don't you think you should have it on there?
What, the movie?
Yeah, like
Just
clips.
playing?
The parts that you guys are in, like all
But
the
could
orphans.
you? I mean,
Oh, are
how
you
did
allowed?
do
I mean, it
that?
would be so much.
You can get a 5-minute reel that just plays over and over behind
Yeah,
you.
nobody really does that. Nobody
oh.
really does that.
It's too big. She has a copy of an interview she did in Miami, Florida.
Yes.
She was 11, and she was, you know.
I'd like to know where those skinny long legs went and those skinny arms.
Yeah, well.
You were the tallest one of the kids, right?
in the
in the
movie.
movie
And you-
when she
and
was
you-
the oldest
Oh.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only time in my life I've ever been the tallest for anything.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but not in the play. I mean, one or two other girls were taller than you.
Yeah.
Now you had that like kind of mop top on, right? Like it was.
Yeah.
Is
like
that makeup that they
What, in the movie?
Yeah,
No, that was just my hair.
that was your hair.
That was my hair.
So they like didn't go all out at all in this movie. Like
I'll tell you
where
a
each
little
kid had their
something.
own costumes. Is that like what you
Oh, no,
normally
no, no.
wore?
No, that was our
I know.
costume.
No, I know. It's a
But
smock.
but if you watch the movie,
Yeah.
okay, in the closing scene, the circus scene,
Right.
you'll
With
see
Punjab.
her.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
you'll see her and the other girls. Notice her hair; it's very coiffed. It's very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Then they shoot to something else, and at one point they do go back to the kids.
Right.
Her hair is long.
Oh,
Because-
it was
They-
shot out of
Well,
sequence.
no,
No.
because we had to go back
No,
and
yeah.
reshoot that part for whatever reason. And I said, "Oh, my hair is long."
Right.
You know, "Oh, don't worry, we'll make it work." I'm like, "This is like isn't this a multi-million-dollar movie? We're just gonna make it work."
Yeah.
And they tried to take it and like pin it so it
was a little
looked shorter,
straggly.
but it looked
Right.
so different because it
much
was
for
super
editing.
short.
But nobody noticed. I never noticed.
I
No,
guess
you probably wouldn't. I noticed.
Now, were you
but
allowed on set?
Was I
when
allowed
filming
on
of
set?
the movie?
I didn't want to be on set.
No, you were allowed. You said
No.
you.
Only out in California.
California.
Yeah, we weren't. We had to be there
Yeah.
with the theater. When she was in the show, the theater, you're not allowed to be there. Goodbye, leave,
Right.
go, go.
Right.
But when your kids are doing a movie, you have to have a guardian, parent,
Yeah.
someone on set. But it was boring. It
Yeah,
really was
because it's a
boring.
lot of long
Yeah, it was
days,
not,
right?
You know, the show was much better. Much better.
Well, when I saw a review, this is weird because, like, you know, when I met you, it was like I was like, oh my god, like I don't know what everybody else is, but like I grew up watching that. I had my mother's friend. I remember we picked her up to take her somewhere, and she saw it like 9 times. And my mother's like, "Who goes and sees a movie?" She goes, "I love it," and.
Oh.
It's something about it's a
Well, if-
magical
first of
show.
all-
The show is magical.
The
first of
show.
And but she always says, "Ugh," but
Really?
especially now,
Well-
if you and if you didn't have the means to go and see the Broadway play, or if a tour came to you and you
Right.
couldn't afford it, then the movie is really your only reference. And I know people who have never seen the play and
Yeah,
say to me when
right.
I grew up that movie, oh my God, it's a classic. It's you know, and I listen, the play was I liked it better. I was the star in the play, but
Right,
you know,
right.
but I do have, as time goes on, like an affinity for the movie more and more.
But do you realize that you've been like immortalized? You know what
People
I
have said that to me.
legend.
It's kind of yeah.
It's a legend.
mean? It, but the movie
my own
itself
mind.
is legendary, whether you liked it or not.
And
I re-
it really is a shame because it was panned when it came out.
I know. I remember as a kid, I saw one review. Was it Joel Siegel or somebody
oh,
said?
probably. I sat right in back of him at the premiere.
Oh, okay, so it might have
Okay,
been.
yes.
But he had said something which I thought was very awkward for a reviewer. He said that on Easy Street with Bernadette Peters, Carol Burnett, and Tim Curry. They had nowhere to dance. Like, it was so narrow. Like, they were, like, squeezing together, like,
Well,
in the
Well, they
scene.
did
It's
it in
funny.
The street,
No.
a lot of it.
they
But
did
that's
it.
what he panned. He didn't like that there was no room for the actors to
That
dance.
is weird because they did that number twice. The first time was this big in the street scene with tons of dancers and everything.
Right.
And then they were like, no, because in the play it's just the three of them, like, you know, conspiring to do harm to Annie. And then they reshot it indoors
In
in the orphanage, which is, you know, where they would have been anyway.
Right, right. They wanted to make it more real. All right.
So
well,
I just have to address a couple
Go
of
ahead.
comments
Yeah, I'm
here. All right,
sorry.
so Rich was so kind tonight to pop in and be our guest and be our co-host and everything for the evening. I did not fire Amy Corey. She's had a couple of prior things that she's had to take care of.
I'm
so.
keeping the seat warm.
And Bridget, now she's in trouble.
She's fired.
She's fired. She has a comedy
Never,
show
never,
tonight
never.
Oh, well, that's
somewhere,
important.
and then so that's why Rich was so gracious to step in
Oh,
at the last minute, and we appreciate it. So
I love doing it.
I know, and plus. I got you on a week when you're around. I mean, what are the odds? Because you're very, very
rare,
busy.
very rare, yeah.
You're very busy. You're. I don't know
Not
if
very
anybody
busy.
knows.
You know what I say?
He's a Long Island celebrity.
Yes, I am.
He is.
You know what's funny? The secret is if you have one show a month, you just keep repeating the flyers on Facebook. Like you just, everyone's like, "Wow, this guy doesn't stop."
Do you know
working."
what? You know what bothers me?
What?
Maybe I should. Well, no, it's not my place. I'm her mother. But there is such a thing. It's new.
Yeah.
Called the Long Island Entertainment Hall of Fame.
Right.
Don't you think she should be in it?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Well, I didn't even know
as
there
you
was
said-
one. Is that the one
yeah.
that Billy Joel
No,
is at out in the island?
maybe,
or-
but it's a lot of local.
Oh,
Long
Hall of Fame. So
Island.
it's not just entertainment.
It's an entertainment hall of fame.
maybe you have to.
Long
So no
Island.
baseball players, things like
No,
that.
no.
Maybe
Well,
you have to be nominated. Have you ever looked into it?
I don't know if you have to be nominated. I mean, I'm your mother. I don't know if I could nominate
I think
you.
you could
but
nominate
I mean,
me.
it's such an iconic movie, and you know,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
is
yeah.
a Long Island native.
Well,
Why?
I want you to put that on your list of things to do with the
Yeah.
baby blanket you're still knitting for Bridget.
Yeah, I don't know that story,
Bridget's
but
not
that's
pregnant.
hysterical.
It was supposed to be when she
When she was born, she was going to knit
yeah.
her blanket.
Let me
I
say
don't
one
remember
thing,
that.
just so you understand.
Yes.
I'm wondering if you are in it already. It's
No.
just like no, but you're like you got Jerry Seinfeld room and all these big things. Maybe you're like, oh, you're over on that table, and it's
yeah,
like a
on the
picture,
table.
like a little picture like
And
this.
wait a
you know.
minute.
Could be.
With my luck, there was a girl in the beginning of the movie who, in Hard Knock Life, comes down the stairs.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I
And
remember.
everybody thinks that's me. I've actually had that photo mailed to me, asking for them for
Sign
me to
it?
autograph it, and I politely put it back in the envelope and say, "I'm sorry, that's not me," and I put my own picture in
Why
there.
don't you just sign her name?
No,
I didn't even know her name. I don't
because I said, but the funny thing is,
There was
if I
one
was
girl-
even in that museum, it would be that picture. It wouldn't even be
That's
me.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
they'd spell my
know.
name
Oh
wrong.
yes, absolutely.
They would spell my name wrong, 100%.
Right,
But,
right.
but you know, I mean, I'm not a very good agent. I should hang my head in shame.
You should.
I should.
Let me ask you this.
I think you're going to be fired next.
I should be.
She should have been fired a long time ago.
I should have been.
But let me ask you a question.
True.
So you played all these theaters all over the country, right? As Annie. I was told by my friends at another theater, you know my theater,
Yes.
and they made a remark that they hate working kids shows where there's children in it because it's so hard to manage. Like you can't get through rehearsals. Is that true or no?
Not in
Well,
not
you knew your
true.
part.
no, but not in
No, no, no,
professional
no.
theater.
It's
You were traveling
No.
though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and we all
but
traveled, but
it-
when
it was-
rehearsals was
Like
like,
that's why you never see Oliver. They said that's a very hard kid-wise show.
well, I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with the stage managers and you know
The director
choreographer,
and-
the director. I mean, this was. I'll never forget. She was, you know, chosen, and that was in August.
Yeah.
August 2nd, to be precise. Anyway, and they said, you know, rehearsals will start right away, and they'll be ready at the end of September. And I went, what? They're going to know this part by then? You know, I
Right,
was like,
right.
that's no way. I mean, oh, come on. They were ready.
I knew all my lines before
They
rehearsal
were
even
ready,
started.
and
Wow.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's just blocking.
I knew mine and everybody else's
Yeah.
lines.
It's, you know, It was a very, very professional production. It wasn't a truck and
Yeah,
bus
yeah.
production, you know, I mean, it really was. And,
Yeah.
and, you know, everything was right down to the, you know, second of the show. At ovation start, you know, the ovation starts. And, yeah.
You know, I told
Overture.
Roseanne this before.
Overture, sorry.
The one production I saw was at the Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater
Oh, yeah?
in Jupiter,
Yeah,
Florida.
Jupiter, yeah, I didn't get there.
And what I found, you know this story, but what I found intriguing was, because I know the show so well. I mean, I don't know what people think of me after they're hearing all these, he knows Broadway shows. But Annie, scene opens up. I forgot what the opening scene. Where is it when she's singing Tomorrow? She's cleaning the floor.
No, that's Hard Knock
That's
Life.
Hard Knock Life.
No, by herself with the
That was
spotlight.
Tomorrow.
That's
with
tomorrow. That's like,
Baby
oh, maybe
Farm.
that's the opening scene.
It is the
Yeah.
opening scene. And the light goes on her, and she's a brunette with just hair parted in the middle,
That drives me
like
insane.
black hair.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole audience is going, I don't get, it's so bizarre. But it went on through the whole show. She had the,
And then did she have curly hair at the end?
at the end on Christmas morning, he goes, "Where's Annie?" And she comes out with the red dress and the red hair. The place went, it was a director's choice, I guess that was. It made the impact so great when you saw her.
But I had the straight hair through
Yeah.
the whole thing, but it was red.
And then you curled
And
it.
then
They
I
curled
put a
it.
wig on.
Right.
at the
right,
end.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you
so-
talk about this every show, or is it
No,
just okay?
it's
Good.
just
so
you.
look, we got
No,
it
it's
out.
just you.
You could call this the Annie
But
show.
I
Annie.
do want to talk about Broadway though, because you are a very big Broadway fan.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I-
were gonna have a show at one time.
We were.
before this one about
Yeah.
Broadway.
We
Yeah, go
we
ahead.
talked about it once. So I don't know if
Yeah.
that qualifies as we're
Okay,
going to
yeah.
have a show, but
No, but we were talking about how we both know shows.
we
so-
do. You
yeah.
really though, you really do.
Let's just say if you're on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, make sure I'm the connection with the Broadway.
You're the phone a
guy.
friend
No.
for the Broadway.
Yeah, go
I,
ahead,
I was
go.
always the one that people would call me. Who was in the and movies?
wow.
Oh yeah, I'm a trivia.
So have you seen any recent Broadway shows?
Just saw her again for the second time a couple weeks ago for my son's birthday, because he never saw it. Book of Mormon.
Okay,
Oh,
that
my
was
God,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
You
That
saw
was-
it?
No, that's
saw
the
it.
one
Oh.
show I did not see.
You'll laugh like
Yeah.
I laugh like
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
We'll go.
I'm just
I-
wondering.
We'll bring Otto.
yeah.
You have to. It's very. You have to know this theater if you do go. My only advice to people:
Why?
we sat 8th row, but on the side section, so you thought it would be good. It's something. I hate to say it, you got to spring for that extra bucks and sit in the middle so you could see everything going on. This is a very. It was like one-sided.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? And this show, the way they designed it, it's all head-on.
It is.
Viewing. You know.
Because I saw it, I was in the center.
Yeah.
I
Well,
saw
I
it.
saw
Yeah.
A Beautiful Noise.
How
last
was that? The
month.
Neil Diamond?
Phenomenal.
It was phenomenal.
was.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really sound like Neil Diamond.
Oh my
No,
God!
he did.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, he did a
absolutely
great job,
did.
yeah.
And I'll tell you, I saw it by virtue of the Hampton Jitney. You ever
Yeah.
hear that? It was wonderful. You get picked up in a beautiful coach bus.
Wow.
We had lunch at Tony's DiNapoli. I'm not talking some little hole in the wall. Tony's
In the
DiNapoli
city.
is a
Yeah.
It's a nice place.
center seats.
Yeah, yeah.
Orchestra center. It was great. The
And then at
music-
the end of
Now
the night,
it's on my list.
everybody got a Maylocks.
No, he came on the
Oh, that's
bus.
nice.
He came on the bus.
He did.
At the, they come out
Did
from
you
the
like
stage
that
door.
blow everybody away?
Well, yeah, people who were, not used to the theater.
It would
but
blow
Right.
me away because
no,
nobody
he
comes
was-
out
he
anymore.
was adorable. We took a
Yeah,
picture.
the cast in Book
picture
of
him.
Mormon did.
That's nice
Oh, I
because
got what's his name's autograph, Clay Aiken, when he was in Monty
Spamalot?
Python.
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
Spamalot.
yeah.
Oh my God, that show I loved.
oh,
That was great. It didn't
That
play
was a
well on the
great-
revival when it came back.
no, and I
No?
can't believe that because it's
Really?
such a
Something
funny
fell
show.
flat.
Really?
It's such a funny show.
I don't know what. You
I
know
saw
what?
it.
You know what's important to me in the theater? If we could go to this,
Sure.
very, very important is the set. And a lot of theaters look to save. Oh, we don't need that. You don't
Yeah,
need
well,
that. There's a theater
expensive.
I know of on Long Island
Mhm.
that drops the boards like on the chains
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, and now it's the house with windows.
Right.
Like it's 2 window panes come down, and then it's up. And they don't have the beautiful sets. Like there's certain shows have to have a big beautiful set, like Ragtime, that
Right.
big multi-millionaire White House with the staircase and all this. You needed that, but when they revised it, it was like that railings, like
Yeah, well, they do that. You have to
Yeah.
use your imagination.
And
no,
you know,
that
you-
you
you-
can't.
Yeah,
That's the
that
beauty
you
of the
had
show.
to do a good set because it has to, like when I saw In the Heights,
Yes.
you know, and they had the buildings on the side and they were hanging out, and you got the feeling that you were on a city street,
Yeah.
watching
yeah,
this
right,
all.
right. Them sitting on the
happen.
steps, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Is there anything that that's on Broadway now that you are dying to see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Back to the Future, I heard is phenomenal.
Really?
Really, I
Uh,
haven't heard that much about it.
Yeah.
You know what it is? But like, have you heard a lot about Book of Mormon? People zip it. They don't
Right.
tell you anything.
Yeah, 'cause-
about
Well,
it.
when it first came out, weren't they doing a lottery something every?
All
every-
the theaters do a lottery now to fill up the seats.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
But
that was very
you have a
hard
day's
to get a
notice.
seat for.
You know,
when it
I
first came
saw
out.
not too long ago The Shark is Broken, which is Robert Shaw's
The
son
Jaws
wrote
movie,
it.
right? Yeah.
It was so good.
Was it?
But you know, it opens up. It's just the boat on the water,
Mm-hmm.
like it's dark, and you hear, and you see it on the screen behind the boat,
Yeah.
and then you see it go through the windows, and then I don't know if I'm giving anything away. Maybe I just shut up. But it was
Is
about
it still on Broadway?
no, no.
I
It's
then
like
who
it's-
cares?
Don't worry.
And
the
then all
three
of a sudden-
people aren't going to go see
It goes, and then you hear, God damn it, it's down again, and then the actors come on, the three of them, the Richard
Yeah.
Dreyfuss role, who is Alex Brightman, who is
Oh,
in,
yeah.
by the way, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Holy smokes.
That's a great show.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Great, right?
I saw it in Philly.
Oh, wow.
I saw it when it was touring.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Great show.
You know, it was a show
Yeah.
that I loved, and I really didn't want to see it, but I said, oh, because I saw a little snippet of it, and I thought, I can't. And I loved this actor. I love this comedian, Mr. Saturday Night with Billy
Billy Crystal.
Yes.
Yeah, I just heard a song on
Well,
my trip to
that
up to
show
Newport.
was a hoot. It was
great.
very good. And he was funny. And
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
entertaining, and I just didn't, because he's funny. I just
Now, did you see years and years ago Billy Crystal's 700
Yes,
Sundays?
Yes. Did
I know.
see
You know why
that?
they named it 700 Sundays?
Yes.
You do know,
Well, yeah, but
because
How long it was?
that's how long it was to sit through. You feel like I sat through 700
Are you kidding?
Sundays.
no, are you
Yes,
joking with me?
it
You
was.
didn't like it?
It was. I just
Oh.
thought it was a little bit self-indulgent. It was
You did?
about his growing up as a
Yeah.
kid, and we had these great musicians in the house, and
Well,
Ella
that
Fitzgerald
part
dropped
part
by.
always bored me.
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
part, because
Yeah.
can you dig it? Yeah.
Yeah, those of you who are watching, drop in the comments
Yeah.
any of your favorite shows. Tara says that the last Broadway show she saw in New York City was Wicked, which is
Oh, well, that's
one
a
of my
classic.
all-time favorites.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes.
Great show. We saw it
All-time
years and
favorites.
years
I
and
wonder
years
how
ago.
the movie is.
I'm looking
going
forward
be.
to seeing the movie. I don't love Ariana Grande, although I'm
Oh.
sure she's going to be wonderful because her voice is amazing.
Now, is she the good witch or the?
She's playing
Alton?
oh
No.
no, she's playing Glinda. Galinda.
Right,
Good
right,
Witch.
right.
Yeah,
right,
the Good
right.
Witch.
Yeah. Popular.
So, yeah.
How is it supposed to be? Do we know when does it come out?
I don't
Around
know.
Christmas or something.
You know what I got to
don't
tell
know.
you though about Wicked, because I could bash the show. It's Peter Bale said something about me, comedian. He said that I either love something, like love it,
Yeah.
or hate it, and there's no in between. I loved Wicked when I saw it, but that Idina Menzel,
Or as,
that Defying Gravity song goes through me like a toboggan. It is so screechy, and
That's
it's
Bridget's favorite song.
so
No,
over the
it's
top.
Gravity.
I don't know. It's just
It is very it's a challenging song to sing, and that last note is like you have
yeah.
to.
You have to be her. Do you sing that?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
ever try
I
it?
tried it.
Yeah.
Years ago, I could squeak it out, but
Yeah.
No more.
My least favorite show, because normally any live performance I do love, but Phantom of the Opera, I don't know why it ran as long
What?
as it did.
Yeah. Okay, so now there's.
I didn't even like
so
the
you're a
music.
Les Miserables person. Okay,
I
so
love
you're
Les
either Les
Miserables.
Miserables
Oh, yeah.
or you're Phantom of the Opera. I love Phantom of the Opera. Les Miserables was depressing and dreary, and I didn't
Well, it is. It was.
give a crap
it's
about the
supposed to
girl
be.
that was sick.
You want to know something?
I could care less. It was just so.
Yeah,
So
but
here's
it
what I
is
think
miserable.
about Phantom. I saw it
I don't
when it
like
was pretty new on Broadway.
Yeah, yeah.
Me too.
And-
You know.
Actually, the woman who toured with me as Lily was playing Christine in it at the time. I didn't know. So that was
Wow.
like a cool surprise. But I think that shows get tired.
Absolutely. That's why it ended, right? Well, that's
Shows
why.
get tired. And even if you love a show,
Like Jersey Boys.
you know,
Tell
it just.
me you didn't love Jersey
I
Boys.
love
Yeah,
Jersey,
Boys
Boys.
was good.
I only saw, Gateway Playhouse, which
I
is
think that's what I saw.
the full equity theater.
Yeah.
And it was great. You know what it is? I joke about this with Eric Haft. We talk about this all the time.
Another
Shows-
comedian. You're such a name dropper.
I am, right? And yet they go on shows and they never even mention me.
They don't like
But
the
like
competition.
I saw, for instance, Margaritaville, right? I don't like shows
No.
where they just to take the artist's songs, they push a story together.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's like going, hey, hey, you better wear flip flops. You're gonna step on a pop top. And then like they don't say it, and then at the end they think stepped on a pop top, and like, oh, I get it. They
Yeah.
mentioned it, but like,
Well,
it's
that
just
was how I felt about, what was that?
Hey, you know what
Moving
I could
Moving
go
Out.
for? A cheeseburger. You mean here in paradise? Cheeseburger in paradise. It's like it's
Oh my
forced
God.
to me.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no.
And like, I don't like anything
miss
like a
that.
Moulin Rouge where they just
Yeah.
take all the old songs and throw them in.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but they hear the show's
That
great.
was like Kinky Boots. Ugh.
Okay, didn't like Kinky Boots either.
no.
I didn't like
I
it.
don't like. I hate to say it. Ooh, sure. He may be friends with me on Facebook because
Who?
he lives in Bellport. Billy Porter.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so over the top to me. Extra, we call that, right? Like,
Yeah, extra.
Well,
I
we
didn't.
did-
I
we
didn't care
did
for
meet
it.
him.
I saw one of my favorite shows. Are we still on the same subject?
Yes.
Okay, and then I'll get off. La Cage aux Folles. Loved it.
Me too.
See, you see that show? It is the
it.
best.
Now
And the
you just
story
have to
is
walk on the
touching.
streets in New York City. You see La Cage aux
That's
Folles
right.
everywhere you go.
But the
the
actor that
music.
played the part of Alban in it
Yes.
was so over on the revival, and he's like, "These are the best of time." Like it was like, oh my
wait a
God,
minute.
you just
I
buried the
saw
song.
it with, I don't remember who played the drag queen, but the one who played the
Straight?
boyfriend,
Yeah,
he was the butler on The Nanny. That's who I saw.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I don't remember his name, but I
Oh,
remember.
who's
Yeah.
Who's the
I don't
butler?
remember his
Yeah,
name.
we'll look at it during the
But
Yeah,
commercial.
go ahead,
That's
go
a
ahead.
he
great
always had
idea.
the wisecracks, He was always there.
So we're gonna take a quick break
Oh, yeah.
and get a word from our sponsor, Marconi's Pizza and Pasta. We'll be right back.
Marconi's of Bay Shore is a family-owned restaurant, and our passion for food shines through in every dish. Our dedicated and friendly staff is committed to providing exceptional service. Savor our scratch-made pizzas and a diverse range of pasta dishes, both crafted with care and the freshest ingredients. Planning a special event? Let us cater your next celebration with our delicious Italian cuisine. Visit us at 73 Howells Road, Bay Shore, New York, or place your order at 6-316-65-2524.
And we are
And
back.
we're back.
We're back.
All right, let's get
We're
off
back
of
with more.
Broadway.
We're getting
Let's-
off of Broadway.
Yeah. Where do we go next?
Oh, good evening to Ann Rothney.
Oh yeah, hi Ann.
Ann watches now. She's
Yes.
so loyal. She's so nice.
Aw.
And Sean is watching. And Tara, and so that's really nice. And Otto, hi Otto.
Hi, Otto.
He watches us on the big screen.
Oh wow.
He says
yes.
it looks like we're famous then.
It's
I-
true, right?
So I wanted to talk a little bit. I wanted to give you a chance because not that you really need the plug for Stand Up University,
Yeah.
but don't you have another semester starting, or did you start? Or
September 10th is our next class, Stand Up University. We teach comics, but we really teach people that it's their dream to try stand-up comedy even once in their life, or to continue in stand-up.
now, I personally believe
Oh, geez.
that she should take your class.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of elderly
They are, and they're
women who
hilarious.
come.
We have
I
all ages in
know.
our class.
And-
Age isn't even a factor.
and you know what? They've already stolen all the material. There's nothing I could talk
What?
about.
No, there's plenty.
No.
So listen, if you pay for it, I'll take the class with
well,
you.
Okay,
Oh, wow,
but,
all right.
But we'll be in Sicily when it starts.
Oh.
Don't you have to be there for the beginning?
You
Just one
should
class.
be, yeah. November.
We'll do it in November.
Oh,
So we
Maybe.
just had a woman, another name. I don't want to say the joke. Marianne Bott, and you're talking about being older, but she talks about everyday life, and she had a joke that she's been banned from Stop and Shop. She was at the scanning, but it wouldn't scan the grapes, so she just threw the grapes in the bag and walked out. And she goes, "That's what I told the judge." And so I got banned from Stop and Shop. And he goes, and it's so bad, it's embarrassing because they put a picture of me over the grapes. Do not allow her near the grapes or in the store, whatever. But it's funny. It's a funny bit. So if you could, you have all Judy's Corner. What happened to that? Judy's
Judy's Gems.
Judy's Gems. Yeah.
it happened. Well, that happens to me all the time. It happened to me today. Coles sent me on a wild goose chase.
Coles?
They have
He loves Kohl's, you know that.
Redesigned
Kind
when
of,
you go
not
in there
anymore.
now. You know where
Yeah.
all the workout clothes were against the wall?
Yeah.
Now that's checkout and returns in big letters.
Well, good. You
Okay?
don't have to go back
Big-
to that little.
Oh, yeah? I got up to the register. No, you still have to do the returns back there. I had to walk all the way to the other end.
Oh, my
It said
No.
returns. So, anyway, so
I don't
was-
like Kohl's used to take every
take it
coupon you give
personal.
them. You could give them like
Yeah, now-
No, they don't
every
take
30% off,
nothing.
and now every coupon is not good for whatever item you want.
Right.
Well, that's Macy's.
Yeah.
Macy's.
Oh, really?
Oh, gosh,
Well, that's my
yes.
joke. You never heard it?
No.
The ad at Macy's says everything in the store 50%
Yeah,
off.
right.
But underneath in the small print it says except everything in the store.
It's true.
No Krups, no Keurig, no perfume. You know,
No jewelry.
I'm not
Nothing.
laughing because it's so true.
It is. It's very
one,
true.
It says
I
one pair of
used to,
Levi's on that shelf over
They
there.
used to say also if the price ends in 99 cents,
Oh yeah.
nope, coupon's not good.
Really?
Yes.
Oh really?
Absolutely. I don't
didn't
know
know
if
that.
Well,
they
that's why
changed that, but-
my shirt's $6.40. But it's funny you should say that because I heard that Costco.
It's not this shirt because this shirt looks like it cost you what, $8?
This is up. This is up. Listen, like Dolly Parton says, you know how expensive it is to look this cheap. So
That's true.
It's
Well,
true.
anyway.
yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, but
I forgot what you were going to say too.
You said-
something about
Yeah, what is it?
Macy's.
Something about your shirt from Kohl's. I don't know. It's gone.
Well, I
gone. You
introduced
left it.
my man to. I went into Marshall's, and he
Yes.
said, "I'm going to go look in the men's department." So okay, have fun. He comes back. He bought 2 shirts, whatever. He is in love with
this
Marshalls
is probably
now.
Marshalls.
What is
Yes,
not
Is
to
this
love?
Croft and what's the
That
brand?
would be Kohl's.
This is
No,
Essex Crossing.
That's
Oh,
got to be
no, no,
That's
Marshalls.
Amazon. Come on.
No, it's
no, I
probably
never
Marshalls.
bought it to anything.
This
with
is Amazon.
Really? How'd you know it was going to fit?
I didn't.
Oh, you just bring it back if
Everything.
it doesn't?
Oh, by
return
the
it.
way, they denied my claim.
So I'm getting a new dress.
You're getting a dress. You can have it.
Wow.
Everything I ever order online
I
doesn't
wind
work.
up getting.
Did you ever try the bathing suit
Not
on?
yet. I'm getting to it.
Okay, well,
I'm busy,
whatever.
Judy. I'm busy.
Yeah.
I outfit her all the time, just like when she was a baby.
Just when I was getting. Tara wants to know if you're still squirting the birds with the water gun.
Well, I have it at the ready.
Good.
It's
She does,
there.
it's right by the
yeah,
door.
they're- You know, they still do
How many
their
birds you
business.
have, and what kind of birds are they? Did we
Wild
go over
birds.
this?
Wild birds.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
She
Outside.
squirts them in the tree because
Yeah.
they poop on her balcony.
They poop on my
Oh.
deck. And they do. They make a mess.
That's interesting.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Does it
I don't
work,
wanna
the
hurt.
water, or they come around
no,
for the
they'll-
water?
Well, but do birds have eyes like on the sides? Because they know.
No, they can see all the way around.
Yeah, they see that. They taunt me. I did. If it's nighttime and it's dark out there, I can shoot the one that sits up. But I won't do it to her. I
Right,
think it's a
right, right,
mother.
right.
I don't want to hurt them. I just want them to stop
Get away
pooping
from- yeah,
on
yeah,
my
yeah.
Now, is
deck.
that a bit or is that a bit?
That's a bit. You
That's
can
a
start
bit.
with that.
And
That's
there
a
you go.
bit.
That's a
Because
bit.
I'm stealing, I'm stealing your incident with the telephone pole to put into a bit.
Oh, yes.
You heard she sideswiped a telephone pole.
No, I didn't know this.
I was on the phone with her, and I didn't know she was driving. And I do usually check her location.
Yeah.
And if she's driving, I don't call. And here's why. Because she answered the phone, and I hear, "Kunk, oh, ow!" And I went, "Did
no.
you fall?" And she goes, "No." I go, "Are you all right?" She goes, "I'm fine." I sideswiped the telephone.
It sticks out far.
It's in your property, like at your driveway?
No, it's
She
on
was on the
Comac Road.
road.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And the wood was stuck in the tires.
Wow.
it
Did it
was-
damage your car?
Yeah.
$6,000
Oh,
worth.
my
Well,
God.
really, my side
So what'd you
view
tell
mirror.
insurance? That happened while you
I
were-
told them. What?
You always say
What?
it was parked and unoccupied. You were in your house when somebody hit it.
Oh, somebody would have really had to hit it.
Yeah, they hit it. They're
Well,
drunk.
I can't lie. I'm
Oh.
too honest.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Years ago,
No,
You're
I
a woman that
listen, I
shoots
would've
birds
been-
and trees. What?
years ago I had a
Yeah.
car,
I had
and
a
it
car.
was during after a huge snowstorm, one of those storms where every ice and the snow was piled
Yeah,
up high,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I don't know what happened that day. I was mad and I was driving, and I turned into the parking lot of the bagel store, and the side of my car hits the snowbank and kind of does a little thing, and then I pull in, and I'm pissed, and I go and I
Yeah.
get what I need to get, and I get home, and I just pulled my car in the garage, and I look, and there's a dent. There's no, like when you get a dent and it's like the paint is gone or whatever,
Right, right. It's just a dent.
just a dent. So I may have told
that was parked
that
on the
that
road.
it was parked in Stop and Shop next to a giant snow mound, and
Yeah.
a piece came off and rolled down and crashed into the
See,
door.
now, but now, wait. I had another little incident.
And that's why I can't run for public office.
A little.
Because that
You'll
story
find
would
that.
come out.
Yes.
But what could I tell? I didn't. This one I didn't tell the insurance company. I took care of it myself.
Oh, that's right.
It's a new car. It's new, and I kind of hit the curb a little.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, other than the rim inside the wheel, it was scraped. You know, I thought everything was fine until Otto pointed out that this tire no good. It's got a big hole in it. That, you
Oh,
know,
on the
like
side,
a big
a bubble?
indentation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he set it up with his mechanic, you know, to get the same tire, and even smoothed out the you know,
Right.
the rims.
The rim,
inside.
yeah, yeah.
And I said to the guys, I says, you know, don't tell my daughters. Just don't tell. Remember.
No. She,
But
You just
they,
did.
they swore. I know.
She
I
already
think
told me.
Yeah, I think I
Oh,
told
she had
her
told
already.
me, yeah.
But yeah, so you know, I don't know what it is.
that's-
There's a lot of play in that.
There's a lot
wheel.
of bits.
No, there's a lot of play.
There's a
in
lot
the
of
wheel.
play in that wheel.
There
We're
is.
driving here. She's got the open water bottle, the cap in this hand, 2 fingers on the wheel. She's talking, telling a
Hey,
story,
I
and
used
I'm
to-
just like,
I used to be able to smoke and drink my coffee at the same time.
well,
and
yes,
drive.
I know.
I was
when we
good.
had
I was that good.
when we had better reflexes.
I have good reflex. I fell in the street and I had a bottle of wine, and I didn't even break the
And
wine.
Look at you.
Do you know what
did
wine it
great.
was?
This bottle that we're
Yeah,
drinking?
where is it?
Joggernaut.
Over there in the bag. That's right.
No, it isn't.
No,
It's right here.
she's
Oh.
got it right here.
You like this? Do you like this wine?
It's delicious. What
It's
is
called Juggernaut.
it? Wow.
It's a Juggernaut Pinot Noir,
Oh, I love Pinot Noir. That's
Yeah.
why.
right?
Me
A
too.
Russian River Pinot Noir.
see
I don't
how
think
it
it's
goes
from
out.
Russia. It's from Russian River Valley.
It's nice. It's not overly sweet.
It's in California.
It's California.
Yeah.
Juggernaut.
It isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't overly sweet.
But,
It's
you
very
know,
delicious.
But I did save the wine.
She did. She
Can
didn't
you
break
imagine
the.
if the bottle broke? That would have been double
And you-
embarrassment.
Do you want to
Yeah,
know what's
yeah.
really sad? She
And a
was
waist
coming.
is $7.
She was coming to my
No, I'm
house.
kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know.
Nothing but the best for you.
It was.
You know, you have
$20.
expensive bottles of them. You go, but Rich Walker's on tonight. Just give it.
He won't know.
He
I
drinks
did have a
boxed
cheap
wine.
wine, a real cheap one, the one Otto brought. He swears he got it in the in the liquor store. I think that's the one he got in the supermarket. Remember?
Chateau Diana. That's
Was
that's
bad?
what hobos on the street drink.
Bad. It wasn't bad.
No.
You know, I was once on a cruise and there was a show called Wine Tasters the Musical, and it was a musical.
Oh yeah.
What?
I could have been in that.
You could you would have been great because it was a girl and a guy, and he was the la-di-da guy that only drank wine like this. And you breathe, and then the other one was like white trash. So perfect. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So anyway, no, but she drank like cheap wine, and you drank the wine with every course of the meal that you got on this
Yes.
show. But at the end, they said, "Do you know what the best wine you could possibly drink is?"
Well, there are so many. Muscatel.
No, he said, "Whatever wine you like. It could be $150 bottle
Yeah.
or $7."
I tasted, what is that champagne, the most expensive champagne, you know.
Oh, Dom Perignon.
Dom Perignon.
I
yeah.
tasted that.
No
Ugh,
good, right?
No.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Well, it's funny. My girlfriend and I when we went to Napa, and we joined a bunch of the wine clubs because you
Yeah.
got a discount. You had wine sent home, and the one from Joseph Phelps we had to do for 3 months. So she got the first box of wine, and it wound up being, I don't know, like $200 each, and we split the wine up. Then she got the second box, and it was about the same. And then she got the third box, and there were 3 bottles of wine, and my half was $400
What?
because the one bottle was like a $350 bottle of wine, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, we got to save this wine. So she says, we're going to save it for your retirement. And when we go away, we're going to bring that wine and we're going to drink it. So we had that
Did
wine.
it last that
It
long?
lasted.
Yeah. Well, wait, you didn't open it.
No.
Yeah, so
we
it lasts
opened
forever,
it.
No, I
right?
just mean they would have never waited till
Oh,
No,
I
it
gotcha,
did.
I
It
gotcha,
did.
I
It
gotcha.
did actually. And we opened it up. We poured it. We're so excited, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You would get excited over
Because
a
if it's
glass
a
of
good,
wine.
like, do you ever have Camus?
No, I wouldn't even know.
That
I don't
sounds
even
like
know
a
what you're talking
disease.
about.
Doesn't that sound like a disease?
It's
Sounds
a-
like a Jewish wine.
It's
Camus.
a pretty high end.
Shepherds.
Well, when
That's
I was
awful.
doing
Like anything that's blessed by a rabbi is probably disgusting. What?
horrible Manischewitz.
Jewish wine is not. I don't even.
There's
know
only
what
one
it's
Jewish wine. It's Manischewitz.
Oh, is it?
Well, for the most part, that's kind of like a cordial almost.
It is not a
Really-
cordial. It is
no, but I mean,
really
it's-
bad grape
it's-
juice.
It's not, it's thick, isn't it? Kind of.
Yeah,
thick?
I don't know. I never
No,
had
it's
it. I don't
gross.
even. I may have.
You may have.
You know.
Okay.
It's gross. But the box wine, some of them are not bad. There's one called the Black Box.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very good.
What's Ernest and Julio Gallo?
That
No, that's good, right?
We had dinner with
back in the
with-
They're
day.
like the biggest company.
Well,
Don't
they were the
own
first.
everybody else?
They were like the first ones.
I'm serious. When we were on the show, show,
Yeah.
right? We had dinner with Ernest. He's the businessman, and he was. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It was her, me.
What is he? An agent or a
No,
manager?
he was the
no,
Ernest
the wine
Gallo.
guy.
Oh,
the wine
the
guy.
Ernest.
The,
yes,
Oh, I got.
yes. And
Wow.
we had dinner. Well, because
I
Harv,
know
the
it
guy
was
who
real
played.
people.
No, they're
Oh,
real.
no, they're real
And this
people.
little guy came in with all his yes men. We were sitting at the table waiting for him. He comes in and he's like, "You over there. You sit here.
Oh, yeah, he moved
you
everybody
sit over
around.
here. You sit over." It was an interesting evening. He was
Yeah.
very cordial, but you could tell he's in charge. You know, Julio was out in the fields. He wanted no
Oh,
part of the
okay.
Yeah.
business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he did the wine, but Ernest, he was the brains.
He was
behind
the money man. He was
yeah.
the money
Wow.
man.
Yeah.
Well, look at the company
we
he
were
built.
in,
I mean, it's
yeah.
huge.
Oh
right?
yeah, it's still going.
Kind of like
strong.
Stand Up University.
Yeah, www.standupuniversity.com. No, standupu.com.
Stand-up you.
Yeah,
You,
whatever.
how about you stand up?
Stand Up You.
You stand
So I want to talk about that though, because like
Yeah.
you know, you've churned out a lot of
Wow.
comedians.
Over 1,000.
Is it that many?
You know what I
It's your
love? Well, we've been doing
competition.
25 years. So
Wow.
here, we don't have
And
to talk about competition.
You don't really
It's
have a
waste of
lot.
money.
You don't really
Whoever
have a lot
does.
of competition on the island
No.
anymore.
So I didn't know that. So what we found out is Peter and I have written. So let's say we've had 10 people each class, because now we cap it. We used to get like 25, and then like we couldn't even keep our head above.
That's a lot,
like,
yeah.
You know how many jokes you got to write? So now we cap it at only 10. So and each person gets about anywhere between 10 and 15 jokes. So let's go modestly and go 10. So that's 100 jokes class. But we did the math. We've written over 15,000 jokes. That's-
But wait a minute. You write the jokes that the
Okay,
students...
so they come with their premises, squirting birds in a tree, and then we ask them to try and venture into writing it the best they can, and we give all the formulas that we figured out over the years, and then we'll tweak it and make the wording right or palatable for an audience. You know, topic, premise, punchline. Topic, premise,
Yes.
punch, and just to give a little taste, but. Long Island humor is very different than other, like New York City.
Yeah.
New York City is very big at, they tell long stories, then a big payoff punchline. If you ever watch like a talk show, they'll go into this big, and then punchline. But Long Island humor is 1, 2, 3, punch, 1, 2, 3, punch, 1, 2, 3, punch. So
Well,
it could be like 4
That's
laughs.
Friends. That's Friends.
Okay, so sitcoms, yes. You watch Golden Girls, real snappy.
Yeah.
It's I say a joke, you top it, and you top it even, and it's very fast. That Susan Harris was the producer of that, or one of the writers. But so and I always loved, when my kids were little, watching the Disney shows, like the sitcom Disney ones. Like the writing was very fast and very sharp.
Yes,
and very,
yes. Yes.
It wasn't
'cause they-
difficult or involved, but it was very.
They were funny. I used to laugh. But like there's shows now I watch, I'm sure you do, and you're like, what is everybody laughing
Well,
at? Like,
I was away this weekend, and in the morning I woke up and Modern Family was on.
fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I was watching a couple episodes, and I was like, oh my God, this writing is brilliant.
Yeah.
It was brilliant,
Yes.
brilliant writing. I
And
don't
every one of them
remember.
starred in it. There was
Yeah.
no
I don't remember laughing out loud as
That's so
much
funny.
as I did at that show. That was just.
I actually, you see that show, you remember the episodes. Like,
Yes.
you're like, you remember it. I saw this one where the couple, I guess the
They're
gay
all
couple.
couple.
I
Cam.
forgot. Cam and whatever. They're sitting dinner. And the table next to them, actually it was that side, but the table next to them, the girl goes to the bathroom, and the guy, it was a couple on a date, he goes, I'm going to ask her to marry me. And Cam's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. We're going to witness this. And he sets up his camera, like his cell phone, to film it. And he's all excited, and he's giggling and giggling, and he's filming it. And the guy comes back, he says, I just want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me? And she goes, oh no, I can't marry you. And Cam's like, he couldn't even hold the phone. It was so funny, but like, that's the joke. It isn't the fact that she said no.
Right.
It's his reaction. It's so
The
funny.
funniest
Yeah.
thing was, remember the stuffed elephant on the roof?
I didn't see that. Was that Modern Family?
Yes.
That's a great
Oh,
one.
I
that
loved
one was
when
great.
Nathan Lane was on as their friend.
Yes. Oh,
And I just saw one where
yeah.
he had theme parties. Always had to have a theme,
oh.
and they didn't want to go anymore, but they felt bad. And then there was an earthquake, and they had an excuse not to go. But they were like, "Oh, but we can't do it." Do you remember, Sederly Night Feast or whatever? And it was,
No,
like all these crazy
he had-
holiday names
Put them all together.
together. It was very.
What do
funny.
you think is the best written sitcom, like, of all time? What really
Well,
sticks
MASH.
out? It's a classic.
All
I
in the
mean,
Family?
to make-
Tara was just
to
saying
make-
All in the Family.
To make war funny.
All in the Family,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
It's a
All in the
given.
Family, because he took for topics for that time period to make them
but
humorous.
it wasn't even so much the topics as his delivery and the way he mispronounced everything. And Edith, she was so sweet.
You know
and
what I
naive.
heard about him? Do you know why he mispronounced everything?
No.
And he was so good at it? He was an English, professor.
Yeah,
He wasn't Carol Connor. Mm-hmm.
Did you see he always wore his wedding band on
his
his
middle
right
finger.
hand?
Oh, I didn't know that.
And on the middle finger.
European, yeah.
Why did he do that?
He's Europeans do that. I don't know. He might have.
He's Irish.
He might have, been over in England or something. and
No, he's
teaching.
Irish. He's
Yeah,
from Ireland.
but
Wouldn't that
still.
be?
That's
Still.
European.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just a little tidbit. But
Yeah, I
anyway,
like that.
Yeah, I
I've
know
always
he
loved
was,
The Office.
Yes. Yes. The
That
Office.
is-
Too. Me too.
You know what it is? Like, The
That's-
Office had so much. It wasn't just comedy and the jokes. You saw who the person was.
Yeah.
And you appreciated. You felt bad for Michael. That,
Well, no, I cringe sometimes though. That's how good he was.
Yes.
You were like, oh my god, I can't believe he's gonna do that. And
Yes.
it's like not real, but he was so good
there
at
are
it.
people
Oh, he's
like
the
that
best.
who, you
Yeah,
know, it just
he was awkward.
Really,
and stuff. But like I'm
annoying.
watching now, everybody's making me watch Arrested Development, which I
Oh,
never
yeah.
saw. I'm on season 3. Mm-hmm. The characters don't change. They're just zany.
yeah, I don't know. I never watched
It's good. It's
it.
funny.
Never watched it.
Yeah,
Did you watch Schitt's Creek?
loved it. You didn't like
Yeah,
it?
I loved Schitt's
Oh
Creek.
my God,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't watch something like that because it upset me that they were in this horrible hotel room and
Oh.
everything was going against them, and I just felt bad. I couldn't watch.
Did anybody explain to you this is a TV show?
No, I am into
He lost
Call
all
the
his money.
Midwife.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm into Call the Midwife. It's an English show.
Oh, I never heard
and
that.
the English do everything
On
well.
Netflix? Oh, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's corny. It is so.
Oh, it's like
corny.
comedy.
No comedy. No, but they're English, and it takes place starting from the end of World War II
Yeah, yeah.
right through. Now we're in the '60s, and it's the English way of life, and
Yeah, yeah.
everything is very proper, and the way
Well, not if you watch that other show. What's the
Well-
one with the 2 guys dressed in drag? Mama's Family or something? You know the ones?
there is.
An English show?
In
I
England,
can't
they're British.
Figure out. Did they
And-
have like 2 old ladies?
Oh,
This-
Mrs. Brown's
Yes.
daughters or sons.
It's something like that. And
Yeah, yeah.
I think I know which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he
This
comes
one-
out of the toilet and goes, "Don't go back in there!" Like
The one
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, they're very
Mrs. Brown's daughters. I think is the
slapsticky
name.
too
Yeah, yeah,
over
yeah.
there, you
But
know.
they're very funny. The
Yeah.
No, they
English,
are.
For being so proper and having, such traditions, they are very funny and very
Yeah.
bawdy. Very bawdy.
Oh,
When
they
was the last
are.
time you were in England?
I was in
wasn't.
England
I was
like a
there.
month
Oh,
ago.
that's right, that's
July.
right.
July 4th, I
And
was in
they
England.
love their royalty, right? They still do.
Yeah, they still do. They still do. You know, I'm glad I'm not there now because it's a little crazy over there now.
Oh, is it? What's going on? I
Yeah,
don't know.
they're throwing people in jail for things they're posting on Facebook, and there's riots, and there's
Oh, wow.
it's kind of crazy. But I was I followed this one woman
Yeah.
on TikTok, and her name is Katie Tompkins.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see her?
No.
She's hilarious. She's
That's not
hilarious.
the little blonde, is it?
A blonde woman. She wears glasses, and she
Oh,
always she opens with, "And this just in from batshit bonkers Britain," and she goes over whatever's
that's
happening
funny.
there. And but she was supposed to do a big show at the King's Lynn,
Yeah.
and she was canceled. They canceled her show because
Wow.
That's not
they
good.
didn't. No, it's not good because they didn't like some
Yeah,
of the stuff she was saying.
Did you
That's
ever
a scary
see,
road to go down.
I just hope.
the woman comedian Leanne Morgan?
No, I don't know.
You
How.
She's
have-
Southern.
British?
Southern.
No, she's
Oh,
Southern, but
funny?
she's funny.
Leanne Morgan.
Leanne Morgan. She's on Netflix all over. She's got a special on Netflix, and
I
She's
honestly,
so
I don't know
funny.
any of these. I hear names. Or do they come up to you and go, "Oh, you know what I love," and you're like, "Who's that?"
Sometimes,
No,
but you
she
see a
stands
lot.
out.
You see
She
a lot
stands
on
out.
on TikTok.
Yeah.
But wait, we got a minute, 10.
yeah.
So, do you have anything coming up? Do you have
No,
any shows coming up?
No.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry.
I'm taking over for
I
his
do. I have a
show.
couple
am.
of private things, but come see me this fall, the full month of October. I'll be at the Gateway Haunted Playhouse. I am a character in the courtyard where I am they call him the heckler, and he makes fun of everybody. It's a skeleton in a booth. You'll know who he is when you see him. But come out, Gateway Haunted Playhouse.
I may
in
have to.
Belleville.
I may have to
Yeah,
come
you
out.
may have
It's
to
a
do
lot
that.
of fun.
There any other
Wow.
parts available?
You could go down there, yeah, and get in, yeah.
Yeah.
And they pay,
Huh?
yeah.
Work.
So it's
paid
good.
Gig. Very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I have no life, although we will be
Yeah,
in
what are you gonna do?
We'll be in
Sicily,
Sicily.
not next week, but
No,
You're
we
all
leave
going
next.
to Sicily?
Yeah, we leave next Friday.
Friday,
Look
but
at
we'll
you.
be here
You're
next Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll be
getting
here next
jet
Wednesday.
setter.
I know, right?
Right?
That's why I need a job.
Well, that's what you do when you retire, right? You travel the world.
That's what they say. So I'm
Try.
trying, but I got to get a job
Try.
to start paying for it.
Yeah,
But
you
anyway,
do.
we have 4 seconds left. Thank you, everybody. Rich, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for
Thanks for
stepping
having
in.
me. I
We
loved
love
it.
you.
Yes,
Great
thank
show.
you.
We will see
Love
you
you.
next week. Hopefully, the gang will all be back together again. But if not, I'll probably call you.
Have a great Labor Day. Safe.
Happy Labor Day, everybody.
Safe
Bye.
Labor Day.